Hey guys, Jonathan was here for Dan Sports 100 the JM Sports Show. How's it going? I'm here to make NFL picks for Thursday, November 27th, 2014. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. It is the start of Week 13 of the 2014 NFL season. We are coming off of a great week last week. We went 12 and 30, and with that, we are 119, 56 and 1 on the year, 7 12, 422, and 3 is the lifetime record, of course, with it being Thanksgiving. There are 3 games on the schedule. Of course, the two normal teams that always play, and then uh, a game between two random teams. So let's kick things off with the Lions game first, as that kicks off at 12:30 Eastern Time on CBS. And basically, what can you say here? The Lions aren't that great on Thanksgiving usually, but the Lions are a different culture now. They're a different team now. Jim Caldwell really seems to have turned that culture around. Meanwhile, a completely opposite deal going on in Chicago. They beat Tampa last week, settled down. They were down in that game too. Jay Cutler and the Bears are a mess. I don't know that Mark Trestman necessarily still has that locker room. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there with that. The way the Bears have been, I can't imagine that they would be that great on a short week, um, especially in a division atmosphere. The Bears are going to play back-to-back Thursday games now, starting today, and then next week at Dallas. But that's next week against Dallas. But that's neither here nor there right now. I do have the Lions getting the win over the Bears today. Now, I said on Facebook yesterday that this is a big football weekend on both the college and pro levels, and it is. In fact, I've got a huge, I shouldn't say huge, I've got a big college game, or a big college upset rather, that I'm calling for tonight, and I'll probably make the two college picks at the end of this video because I don't want to make a separate video, so I'll probably just throw them in here. But a big football weekend, and it really kind of starts with this game right here, the 4:30 game on Fox. Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys, big NFC East battle right now, and we're here this afternoon. And I think it's going to be a really good game. You've got Tony Romo and the Cowboys, and like I said, I think they will just continue to be better. I know they had their struggles with the Giants on Sunday Night Football, but they did come out with a win there. Um, really, I guess a shorter week than Philadelphia. Really, if you wanna say that, but I don't think that's going to affect them too much. Philadelphia with Mark Sanchez, I'm not fully sold on that yet. I've kind of been wishy washy. At first, I was like, yeah, the Sanchez thing could work, and then I'm like, the Packer game, I kind of discounted that because the Packers have played really tough at Lambeau this year. But even in the Titan game, I wasn't fully impressed at times. Um, but I think if Sanchez is going to excel and resurrect his career, now is definitely the time to do it under Chip Kelly, because I think Chip Kelly has a system that will work well for Mark Sanchez. But nonetheless, I do think this is going to be a good game. It's an NFC East game. You know it's probably going to be tight. Most of them are. I do have the Cowboys squeaking away with a win. I think it's probably about a field goal game. It's probably going to be a turnover game. Whoever is able to create the final turnover is going to come away victorious in this football game. And the nightcap of the 3 games that we have, big NFC East battle here. Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers, 8:30 Eastern Time, NBC. What can you say? It's the Seahawks and the Niners. Both these teams are 7-4. Both these teams want to get a win, get a little bit of momentum, so they can try to chase down a very good Arizona Cardinals team that obviously they're both looking up at this point. Really, the question is which team is going to show up for both of these teams. Both these teams have teams that are very strong, and then they have teams that are are not so strong. So really, it depends on which Seattle team, which San Francisco team decides to show up. San Francisco was in a lot closer battle against Washington than I think a lot of people, including me, expected them to be in last week. They could have been more looking forward to this game and focused on this game. Um, so that could have been a reason for it. I don't always trust Colin Kaepernick. I have a hard time always trusting Colin Kaepernick. I do always trust. I never have a problem trusting Russell Wilson. Okay, I know that in Seattle they lost to Arizona 19-3 last weekend, but Arizona is just this really hot team. I think Seattle not going to be very happy that they lost so bad, 19-3 in Seattle. I think that's a little bit of momentum that they will be able to carry. I think San Francisco was in the more grueling game as it came down. It was lot closer game than what people thought it would be. I'm a little, excuse me, I'm a little nervous to do it because Seattle can struggle on the road at times. I do think Seattle squeaks out a win here. I think they do it by just a really small margin. I don't think either of these teams blow each other out. I think it's a tough physical football game. And honestly, a lot like the Dallas Philadelphia game, I think it's going to come over. It's going to come down to who can win the battle on turnovers. That's it. Once again, I think the last turnover team that creates the last turnover will have the advantage and will come away with the win. Alright, guys, I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the most unprepared video I've ever done. So, my apologies for that, but it's over. So, let's do the college picks quick, because there's only two games, like I said. I don't really want to make another video just for it. And I don't have the record updated, I haven't done it yet. I will have the record updated for the big slate of games that takes place tomorrow. I can tell you that we are 1-0 on the week in college football. We did have Ohio beating Miami of Ohio, and it wasn't pretty for Ohio, but they did get the 24-21 win. Okay, now here we go for the Thursday games. First of all, we have number 5 TCU at Texas. I I'm torn. I know I said in the beginning of this video I was going to call for the upset. I'm torn. Okay, I do think Texas at home could upset number 5 TCU, and let me tell you why. TCU has big wins. This stuff matters to them. Texas is playing just to play. Texas is not playing for anything at this point. Okay, uh, other than the future and for Charlie Strong. This Texas team is slowly starting to build a little momentum. They're slowly starting to figure it out. A lot of people in around Texas were like, in the beginning when Texas started to struggle, oh no, this Charlie Strong thing might not work. Well, it's starting to work. They're starting to get it figured out. Okay, I think number 5 TCU wins this game, but I am putting them on upset alert. So watch out for that one. That could be a bit of a trap there. They could stumble against Texas. That is at 7:30 Eastern Time on Fox Sports 1. 7:30 Eastern Time on ESPN. LSU and Texas A&M. I'm not in love with either one of these teams. I've been kind of rough on Texas A&M this year. Um, Not much better with LSU. Obviously both these teams with really good head coaches in Kevin Sumlin and Les Miles. Les Miles isn't going anywhere. Okay, I've heard rumblings from certain people that he could potentially take the Michigan job. I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, LSU is a young team right now, and that's really the only reason that they're not as good as LSU is used to. I I'm nervous to do it. I've got Texas A&M winning this game. I honestly don't know which way this game is going to go. It's an SEC game. The SEC has been pretty difficult to pick this year as they go up against each other, as they've all kind of taken turns annihilating each other. But that's it. I'm gonna go. That's why I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go with LSU to get the win on the road. So 2 games and 2 road winners. So we'll see how that goes there. All right, guys. That is going to do it for me. I am Jonathan with that for JM Sports 100 the JM Sports Show. Enjoy the time with your family. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the food. And a very happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Stay safe. I'll see you guys later.